Well, don't you know it? I had just finished recording the video that was supposed to go up when you're seeing this video. Finished the thumbnail, we got it uploaded, great, I can go to sleep after a long day. But then Beach just had to go and upload the Shocking Volt Tackle cards. 100 new cards revealed, some of these we've seen, some of these we have not seen. And I just could not pass up doing my first impression, my literal first time looking at the translations of all these cards that are brand new, including Alakazam V down there. Upset that it doesn't have a Vmax next to it, but hopefully it's not completely useless. But yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Celios Network. We're going to be looking at all 100 Shocking Volt Tackle cards revealed. Shouts out to Beach. I've seen only the translations for the cards that were revealed prior to this article or this post. And before going in, I want to say that I've just been like so surprised and so happy with the design of a lot of these cards, at least the ones that I've seen so far. The Dusknoir and Shiftry designs were really cool. The Orbital Vmax design, although I don't remember exactly what it does right now, it was really cool. The Talonflame V design, like a lot of like non-linear things, a lot of not just smack for 300 your turn go. So happy to see that, and I hope we see a lot more of it in these cards. Let's start looking at these. Ooh, some interesting looking cards, but let's look at the translations. Oh, we are currently working on translations. Hopefully. Oh, geez. This was posted 6 minutes ago, wasn't it? No, 37 minutes ago. 6 comments. I can't read. Let's look at the cards. Seedot, Nuzleaf, Shiftry. So we knew about the Shiftry already, but let's just take a quick look-see-do at it anyway. Ability is Tengu's Proxy. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, the effect of each supporter card in your opponent's hand becomes draw 3 cards from your deck. So it turns every supporter card of your opponents into a Howl or Hop or Cherin or Tierno or whatever you want to call it. I think this ability is underpowered in the active, but could possibly be too strong if it was when it's anywhere. But needing to be in the active could be underpowered. I do like the attack Fan Tornado, 110 for 2 energy. You may have your opponent switch their active Pokemon with one of their benched. So I believe you do the damage and then they switch. So you could play like a kind of, like, I don't know, Galar Mine, Absol, make their retreat costs higher. And then you kind of disrupt them by also not letting them play good supporter cards. So could be somewhat interesting, but I think this is just a little too underpowered to be good enough on a stage 2. But I love the design of it. It's so awesome. It's so like not simple, you know, and I love that. All right, on to Nincada and Ninjask. Ninjask, once during your turn, when you play this card from your hand to evolve your Pokemon, you may search your deck for Shedinja and put it onto your bench. Can we just scroll to Shedinja? Is it Psychic type? Shedinja Psychic. Here we go. Okay. Shedinja. Ability Wonder Shell. This card can be put into play with... This card can only be put into play with Ninjask's Shell Out ability. So it is a basic Pokemon, but it says it cannot be put into play when setting up a match, and it can only be put into play with Ninjask's Shell Out ability. Now it has the attack Squeeze Life for 3 colorless. Put damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon until its remaining HP is 10. So I'm going to refresh the page real quick just because things seem to not be loading very well. It might be because they're updating the page with translations and whatnot. But let's try to get back to the Shedinja. Yeah, it looks like they're uploading graphics and whatnot. Okay, or maybe the page just might have a lot of traffic. Anyway, so Squeeze Life, you put damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon until its remaining HP is 10. Super interesting. You can't use Triple Excel for this because it's on a basic. You can use Twin Energy plus Cocoa Prism, Twin Energy plus Turbo Patch, etc. In Expanded, I don't even want to talk about this because double colorless energy Dimension Valley. But yeah, it can only be put into play with Ninjask's Shell Out ability. So let's just go right on back up to old Ninjask. So you do have to evolve Nincada into Ninjask to get the Shedinja onto the board, which makes it a little less powerful. But again, I like the design. Very cool. It's a basic Pokemon that can't be played down as a basic Pokemon. I don't think it's very playable, but we're getting there. That's the thing. So, like, I don't think these cards are going to change the game, like Shiftry and Shedinja and Ninjask and stuff, but I like the design ideas we're going with. I like where it's going, so hopefully some of the cards that will be played are also pretty cool. We got Skiddo and Go-Goat. Neither one is of any interest. Orbital V, Mystery Wave 50 plus. It does 30 damage more for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay. Grass Attacker, 2 energy. Colossal Vmax, weak to grass. Mystery Wave, so Orbital V has maybe some potential on its own, even without the Vmax. Then let's look at the Vmax. Looks really awesome, for starters. Ability Wonder Beam, once during your turn, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, you may put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's Pokemon. I love it. I love it. It's the return of Sandslammer and Weezing, but not quite, but it's also on a huge Pokemon with just 1 retreat cost. And then it has Gmax Wave, 50 plus 50 more for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So I love the flavor that Mystery Wave and Gmax Wave kind of, this is a bulked up attack of the V's attack. And Wonder Beam, I love the ability. Now the spread doesn't really go with the attack, but that's fine. I'm just happy to see such a unique ability, or maybe not unique since we have seen abilities like it, but an interesting ability on a VMAX nonetheless. So Orbital VMAX, I love this card. Honestly, we're not getting it for a while, and this is only half the set that we'll get in Vivid Voltage, I think, because we're also getting like the Colossal VMAX's set and stuff, so the metagame could look entirely different. I can't really say that this will be like a top tier deck, but I think this card has a ton of potential. It seems really, really good. Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. Ability sense, once during your turn, you may look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put one of them into your hand. Excuse me. And then discard the other cards. So look at the top 3, draw 1, discard the others. That seems like a very strong ability. It is on a stage 2, but very strong ability, especially for decks that want to discard things. Also, the art. Whew, that is some artwork right there. King Blaze 100 plus. This attack does 50 more damage for each Leon in your discard pile. That's that guy. So Leon is a supporter card that makes your attacks do 30 more damage this turn. If you can get all 4 into the discard pile, and you happen to play one this turn as well, this does 330 damage for 2 fire energy. Now, how good is that exactly? I mean, 330 for 2 energy, just in a vacuum, if you just lay it out like that, yeah, it's absolutely bonkers. But it's on a stage 2, it costs 2 fire energy, you have to have 4 of a specific supporter in your discard pile for max damage. Maybe this could actually end up working like the Team Up Charizard did. It never really got near the tier 1 territory, but it was a strong deck that gave some popular decks trouble. So maybe this can do something, but it is a stage 2 with only 170 HP. I know, only 170 HP. But once this sits in the active spot to attack one time, it's probably not making it through another turn. But if you can get multiple of them set up, you'll have a very consistent deck, because you'll get to just keep looking at the top 3, mill 2, draw 1, in addition to your other support Pokemon and your supporters. So could actually see some fringe play. As far as stage 2s go in this day and age, not including walling Pokemon like the Decidueye and Obstagoon, it's a pretty darn playable stage 2 as far as stage 2s go. Next we have Flareon. Now the Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon are all very, very cool. They're kind of like mini Garbodors. Mini Garbatoxins. They all have this ability. If this Pokemon has Memory Capsule attached to it, each player's grass Pokemon in play has no abilities. So they all affect a different type. But yeah, so this is each player's grass Pokemon have no abilities. So I think that's really, really cool. If there's ever a like an oppressive ability printed in the next 2+ years, then this card could just tech against it. So I love that. I love it. So cool. I don't know if it'll actually be good enough to be played. You know, evolutions are slow right now, in the accelerated state of the game we're in. But just the fact that the designers still have this kind of stuff up their sleeve, I'm happy to see, because I was getting worried that everything was just becoming so simple. But I really like this and the other evolutions, and like I said, a lot of this stuff I love the design of. Slugma and Magcargo, not much to say. Talonflame V. Talonflame V, really awesome artwork. This set is firing on all cylinders. Like, the artwork, the design, the choice of Pokemon they're putting on these cards. So it has 190 HP, free retreat, fast flight. If you go first, you can use this attack on your first turn, discard your hand, draw 6. So this is another thing that I think kind of missed the mark of being like really, really good. I don't know why, but I feel like the designers are just like stepping on glass, like when trying to create these new designs. Like, they don't want to make them too powerful, but at the same time, they're cards that if they were just a little more powerful, they'd bring a little more health to the game. So fast flight for a colorless, you can use this attack on your first turn, which is very nice because on your first turn you're usually just setting up, attaching, and maybe using Intrepid Sword from Zacian. But that's the thing. Is Fast Flight better than Intrepid Sword on Zacian? And I'm just not sure it is. Very cool, very innovative. I love to see attacks like this. I've been saying for so long, we need setup Pokemon that can attack on the first turn, and this is the start of that. So even if this card doesn't end up being good on its own, it's just it's kind of like a trail to better designs in the future. Like, I hope we keep getting more and more innovative stuff like we used to back in the day. Here's Vaporeon. No image for this. I'm going to just try refreshing real quick. But this is the same. There we go. This is the same as the Flareon, except if it has Memory Capsule, each player's fire Pokemon in play has no ability. So again, if in the future there was an oppressive fire deck that you need to shut off the ability of, Vaporeon is your go-to card here. Nice little 1/1 or 2, maybe even if there's 2 kinds of abilities you want to shut off, you can play Vaporeon and Flareon and Memory Capsule, play like a 2 EV 1/1 of each of these. So I think that's really cool. Wailmer and a Wailord. Oh, I never went back into full screen. There we go. That makes all the difference, right? Professional. We now look like a professional YouTube. Okay. Wailord. Ability Water Veil. Whenever you attach a water energy from your hand to this Pokemon, heal all special conditions from this Pokemon. Okay. And Hydro Pump. 10 plus, 40 more for each water energy. Okay. So let's see, if you have the base of 4 energy, it does 170. Honestly, 170 is kind of a lot for a Wailord to be doing. Wailords usually do like 50 damage for 6 energy. Like, that's not too bad. Like, if you attach 7, then you're doing 250. Yeah, so this is a Wailord that can actually pack a punch. I mean, it's 200 HP at a stage 1, and I know, I hate saying that that's not very good, but it's just not very good right now. So it's not really a Pokemon you want to invest a ton of energy in when you could invest it in a Lapras VMAX that might actually stick around for a turn, but it could be worse. Again, I like where the design is going. I don't think it's quite there enough to change the game yet, but they're going back to more innovative designing. Samurott, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks, and 120, you can return 2 energy from your opponent's active to your opponent's hand. This is just like worse Baby Lapras, worse Torkoal V. I like that effect, but it's just not good. Galarian Darmanitan V and VMAX. Okay, this is the first time I'm reading these. I'm going to scroll up so I can't see what the VMAX does. I didn't know that these were coming out. I don't think anybody did, actually. The V looks kind of uneventful. 50 flip for paralysis, 190 for 3, and it does 30 to itself. Okay, weak to metal. We're off to a bad start. Okay, let's go down. Okay. 320 HP. Again, I just love the art of this set so far. Max Snowfall does 230 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Y'all know how I love bench damage, so maybe this could be okay. I mean, 4 energy, 200, and then 30 everywhere. This could pair with Alolan Sandslash GX, actually. Yeah. Yeah, this could pair with Alolan Sandslash GX. I could dig that. So, you go turn 2 Frostmoth, some energies, swing 230 everywhere, and then Alolan Sandslash just cleans up the board. I like the sound of that. Yeah, I'm not like overtly powerful, but it could have some uses. I like it. I'm just biased towards spread damage, so I like it. Choodle and Dreadnought. Dreadnought does 80, and if you played Nessa from your hand during your turn, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. I don't know what Nessa does, but it's not good enough to make me want to play that. Unfortunate. Cramorant, the busted Cramor. We got Continuous Barrage, 60. Okay, you can discard any number of Arrokuda from your bench. This attack does 60 damage for each Arrokuda discarded in this way. So, 240 potential for a twin energy. Not bad. But your whole bench has to be this fish that's in Cramorant's mouth, so not good. Oh, hey, look, it's Arrokuda. And then Barrascuda. Choose one of your opponent's Pokemon, 20 for each damage counter on it. Okay, cute, but not good. Pikachu, we already knew what this did, right? Pikachu V does 200 for 3, discard all energy. Could be worse. Pikachu Vmax 310, he chonky. And for 3 lightning, it does 120 plus 150 if you discard all energy. So for 3 lightning, it does 270 and you discard all of your energy. Or you could just do that with Eternatus VMAX and probably just be a better deck. So I don't think this is actually good. I thought they would have made the Pikachu good. Huh, okay. Watch, this is tier double S deck and Celio is wrong. Electrode, ability Buzz Zap Generator. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may knock out this Pokemon. If you do, search your deck for up to 2 lightning energy and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. I like this. I like it. Okay, so maybe is Pikachu actually just better Eternatus? 10 seconds later, I'm like, wait, this is Pikachu better Eternatus because it has reliable energy acceleration and Eternatus does not. Probably not. Okay, moving on. Okay, the last evolution that locks abilities. If this Pokemon has Memory Capsule, each player's water Pokemon in play has no abilities. Okay, when the Frostmoth Darmanitan Sandslash deck takes over the format, we can use Memory Capsule. I like these options being around. It's so cool to have something like that. Zapdos. So, it basically has Cram's attack. Cramorant V, not the new Cram. For Lightning colorless, discard all energy and then do 160 to one of your opponent's V or GX Pokemon. So it's not as good as Cram, obviously, because it can't just use colorless energy to attack, but it is it's a single prize for Pokemon. So it's better than Cram in that regard, but less good than Cram because it's a single prize Pokemon. Could be interesting in Expanded, maybe, because of Thunder Mountain. No, because it only hits V and GX. Doesn't hit EX, so it wouldn't be good in Expanded. Okay, moving on. Tynamo, Electric, Electros. Okay, I like. I don't want to see Alakazam because I already think it's not good. Electric. Electros. Stunfang 60 during your opponent's next turn. If your opponent attached energy from their hand to the defending Pokemon, place 6 damage counters on that Pokemon. So, this to be even worth looking at needed to say if your opponent attaches energy from their hand to any of their Pokemon, put 6 damage counters on that Pokemon to even be worth like taking a second look at. And then Electric Sprinkler 120 does 30 to one of your bench Pokemon, 30 to one of the opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay, so this can never see play. Moving on. Alakazam V. Couldn't they just give it a VMAX and make the card good, please? Just give it that power cancel thing I was talking about the other day. Awesome looking artwork. Thought Spoon. Place 3 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon any way you like. Wow, we haven't seen that before. And PP Mind Roller. Double Psychic to use. Mind Roller 30 times damage. Does 30 damage times the number of cards in your opponent's hand. I mean, if they know you have Alakazam in your deck, they're just not going to do that. You know, like, have a large hand. Oh. Excuse me. Even if they draw with research, can't play down any of their cards, you're doing 210 to them. So that's bad. Sorry, Alakazam. They couldn't give some love to Alakazam. We already looked at Shedinja. Dusk Noir, a card that was already revealed. As long as this Pokemon's in play, special energy cards attached to each player's Pokemon have no effect and now provide 1 colorless energy. It's not very useful right now. Could have been useful, I don't know, two years ago or so. It's basically like Crystal Beach, but worse because it's on stage 2. At least it's in play and not active. I would just be so upset if it said active. It's cool. I like the design. Not good at the moment. Whimsicott. Oh, this is the Whimsicott that pairs with the new Garbodor. And we also have... I don't know if any of these have anything interesting going on, but they don't have the translations for those yet. So, Whimsicott, Flyaway, Rush, 10 plus damage. You may discard as many tool cards from your Pokemon as you like, and it does 40 more damage for each tool card you discard. So let's say all 6 Pokemon in play have a tool card. You would do 250 for a Psychic. Not bad, but you have to have 6 tools in play to do that. And then there's a Garbodor. We'll get to the Garbodor. It does, I'll just tell you. So it does for a Twin Energy, it does 30 for every tool card in your discard, then you shuffle them into your deck. The Machamp is not good. It does 20 damage times the number of fighting Pokemon in your discard pile. It's a stage 2, attacks for fighting colorless, even if attacked for free. Okay, if it attacked for free, maybe that would be pretty good, maybe. But yeah, fighting colorless, it does 20. So you have to get an absolute boatload of fighting Pokemon into your discard pile, and you have to evolve up to a stage 2. No thank you. We have a Donphan that we don't know what it does. 120 for 1 is looking kind of good, though. We'll refresh the page before we finish the video and see if any of these were added. Hitmontop, discard a card, draw 3 cards. Maybe if you could do this going first, that would be cool. Twister Kick, 50 plus damage if you played B from your hand during your turn. This attack does 80 more damage. We'll have to find out what B does. I bet that's B. Terrakion, very cool rock dog boy. Guard Press, 30, takes 30 less damage. Next turn, Ground Power for 3 energy, 80 plus. If you have a Stadium card in play, this attack does 80 more, so 160, 320. Even if you get a Stadium and this thing and 3 energy, you don't one-shot Eternatus. That Stadium has to be specifically Dojo, and it has to be your Stadium in play. Seems alright. Galarian Sirfetch'd V, we already knew about this. Once during your turn, when this Pokemon moves from your bench to the active, you can move any amount of fighting energy. Sorry, the ability is just a copy paste of Heatran. And then Meteor Smash 200 for 3 during your next turn. This Pokemon can't attack. Pretty cool. Would be better if we had like unit energy in the format, maybe. Does it say basic? Okay, it doesn't specify basic in the translation. Excuse me. Seems okay. Garbodor, here's the Garb Cyclone, 30 times the amount of Pokemon tools in your discard pile, then shuffle them into your deck. So if you have 10 in your discard pile, you're one-shotting some things. But yeah, this seems like a gimmick deck, this in the Whimsicott. Galarian Berserker, flip 3 coins. Your opponent reveals their hand, discards a trainer card you find there for each heads. Yeah, not that great. I wonder what these are. So Snorlax has interesting design. Let me refresh the page though before we go on. Okay, we're getting some more pictures happening here now. Did they add? They didn't add any. Oh wait, they added some. Okay, I lie. Chimecho. Okay, another thing. Like, make this usable going first, and then we'll have like some really interesting like back and forth. Like Welder decks want to go second, but uh, people playing setup Pokemon that put 4 of these in their deck want to go first. You know. But yeah, Pulsing Tone, search your deck for a Pokemon and a supporter card, reveal them and put them into your hand and shuffle your deck. So like, you would never want to put this into your deck to use going second, because your opponent takes a turn, maybe they draw some cards with the Dedenne or Crobat, for your attack, you attach an energy to this thing, then search your deck for a Pokemon and a supporter card, and then your opponent can just say Marnie, or reset stamp even if they know you just got 2 cards you want. But if you could use this going first, it's a lot more likely that those cards will stay in your hand, that your opponent just can't Marnie or stamp right away on their first turn. So this card like is just bulk, but has like just changed some like design ideology and lets setup Pokemon be a thing, and cards like this could be good. Alchemy. When you play this card from your hand to evolve a Pokemon, you may have each player draw 1 card. Oh boy, is this supposed to pair with Alakazam V? Okay, I mean, I guess it's like mill, but okay. Moving on before I hurt my head. Yeah, the Garbodor that does the thing. Okay, we have Aegis/V and Aegis/Vmax that have not yet been translated. I think I saw people already translating some of these on Twitter, so I might have to go find that real quick. Snorlax ability, fatten up once during your turn. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, you may draw cards until you have 7 cards in your hand. If you use this ability, your turn ends. It's Tropical Beach on a Pokemon, on a basic Pokemon. I love it. Yeah, so you can just leave this Snorlax in the active, draw cards until you have 7. You can use this on your first turn. It's like Zacian, except you don't put you put a single price Pokemon down. You are putting it in the active. You will have to switch your Birdkeeper, Malolana, scoop up net out of it. But I think it's really cool because you can like quick ball for this, quick ball for something else, attach energy, play down a stadium, attach a tool. You have 0 cards in your hand, then you go fatten up, draw a new hand. You have your basic Pokemon you want to evolve next turn. You have your supporter for next turn in your hand because you just drew 7. You attached already. Snorlax doesn't have to have an energy because this isn't an attack. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Give us more designs like this. No. Okay. I don't know what that does. Telephotoscope. The attacks of this Pokemon, the attack of the Pokemon this card is attached to do 30 more damage to your opponent's benched V and GX. I like this card. It's really neat. Love it. This was already revealed. People put this thing as like Cramorant V's eyes and things like that. If I'm not too lazy, the thumbnail of this video may or may not be me with this on my eyes. So yeah, if that happened, then it happened, but if it didn't, yell at me for being lazy in the comments. But this is really, really cool. I don't think we've ever had a tool that lets you do amplified damage to the benched Pokemon. Like I said earlier, I love damage spread. I love sniping attacks instead of gusting Pokemon. I like actually having to use a special attack for it. This is really, really neat. Memory Capsule, the thing that works on the evolutions, also has its own effect, actually. The Pokemon this card is attached to can use any attack from its previous evolutions. So I'm not going to go through every card in Standard, but I'm sure this will have some applicable use at some point. We've had Memory Berry in the past. We've had other cards that did similar things, or Pokemon that can use previous evolutions that have had use. So, yeah, really, really cool card. And I love that it has that, like that extra hidden effect kind of with the evolutions. Like, it does this thing. It lets you... the tool has its own use, but then those Pokemon need specifically this tool on it to activate their ability lock, which I love it. I love that design so much. I just want it to be good enough to be playable, or other things to be weaker enough for that to be really good. All right, let's look at the supporters. So B or Bay or Bia, discard the top 5 cards from your deck. Attach all energy cards discarded in this way to your bench, fighting a Pokemon in any way you like. Maybe if it didn't say benched, I'd be on board. But I don't really love it. I mean, I guess it's like, I guess it makes fighting decks... No, I can't even say it makes fighting decks better, because you have to use this as your supporter for turn. If anything, it's baiting you into playing this card, and it makes them worse. I don't know. This is probably getting a no for me. I forgot to go full screen again. Leon, during this turn, your opponent's Pokemon's... Your opponent's... Oh my god, I'm so tired. Your Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. I like this, but... I would have liked to see... would I have liked to see a Professor Kukui reprint? Or would that have been too strong with how much damage and HP and stuff we're doing right now? A Professor Kukui reprint might have just been, like, obnoxious in Eternatus. So maybe I wouldn't like to see that. This is interesting. I really don't know how much play this is going to see. Like, I'm not a prophet with this one. I have no idea how much play this will see. If I had a guess, I'd say fringe to none. But like without, like, maybe in like a Lele versus Seeker format, this could have seen a lot of play, as it's a one of, and you can get it out of your deck whenever you want. But I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I don't know what this is. Nessa, choose up to 4 in any combination of water Pokemon and water energy from your discard pile and put them into your hand. That's pretty interesting. It's like a buffed up Fisherman for water. It's like better Fisherman for water. I mean, I guess ask yourself, would you play Fisherman in a Frostmoth deck right now if it was in format? If yes... Wait, is Fisherman in format? No, I think it rotated. But if yes, then you would just play Nessa. So I think that's a pretty good card. Hero's Bath. Each basic Pokemon in play takes 20 less damage from their opponent's attacks. I don't know. I guess this is okay. It only helps ADPZ, because it's not like this is protecting Dedenne and Crobats from being knocked out. Well, I guess it stops... it can stop Crobat from being knocked out by ADP, but not from Zacian. This is kind of just promoting big basics, so I don't like it, but VMAXs are also big right now, so I kind of have mixed feelings on this. Winden Stadium, whenever a player plays a VMAX from their hand to evolve their Pokemon V, heal 100 damage from that Pokemon. I don't think this is very good, because your Vs usually aren't getting damaged if they evolve into VMAX, because you're not just leaving them in the active unevolved. So this is only for like specific scenarios where your opponent was able to boss up and get an early hit of damage in, or you had a bad start, or maybe an Eternatus where you want to power excel, but still there's so many better stadiums for Eternatus above this. So yeah, I don't think that's good. Wash Water Energy, as long as this is attached to a water Pokemon, prevent all effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to this water Pokemon. So stops effects, pretty cool, but water decks are Frostmoth decks, so I'm not sure you really want too many special energies in there. And Coating Metal Energy, as long as this is attached to a Pokemon, it provides metal. The metal Pokemon this card is attached to has no weakness. That's really good for Luke Metal decks. And now we're going to refresh and see if there were more translations added. And if not, I'm going to head over to Twitter real quick and see if there were more added over there. Yeah, oh wait, here, we did get some more. Grapple Locked. The defending Pokemon can't retreat during your next turn. Just use Headlock during your last turn. It does more damage. That's pretty cool, but not very good. Earthquake does 20 damage to each of your benched Pokemon. Okay, but no, that's not good. Excadrill is like, it does something very similar to Excadrill. Loudred, Exploud, 50 damage for each Pokemon you haven't played. It has the round attack. Not good enough. And this didn't get... Okay, let me head over real quick to Twitter, and we'll see if there are translations over there. Please hold. Let's look for the person that usually does these things. Here we go. Coin Lay on Twitter. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but they always put up good stuff. Okay. Oh wow, this looks like some interesting stuff here. So we're bringing this on over. Sableye. Okay, it looks like it's not good. Filch to draw a card, Torment 30, choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks during your opponent's next turn. That Pokemon can't use that attack. Only translating this because 3 different hopeful Sableye fans asked me. That's funny. So yeah, not good. This Woobat is bad. This attack does 30 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. If you have any cards in hand, this attack does nothing. Okay, that's garbage. This is just a bad Zebstrika. Ooh! Wait, this wasn't in the Pokebeach spoilers. Where'd this come from? Swordward and Shieldbert. Choose a trainer card from your discard pile, show it to your opponent, and ask them if you can add it to your hand. If they agree, put that card into your hand. If they refuse, put that back in your discard pile and draw 3 cards. I thought this was going to be interesting, but it's actually just garbage. Could have been a tag team that buffed attack and like nerfed your opponent's attack next turn because they're like Sword and Shield. Interesting. Whismur does not have rounds, so you can't even use it for okay. Duraludon, Raging Claws. This attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. That's bad. And then 120, that's bad as well. The whole Crocodile line has the Dredge Down attack, which discards 3 cards from the top of your opponent's deck. So Sandile does it for 4. Whatever the middle one is does it for 3, and then Crocodile does it for 2. Discard the top 3. Interesting. Drapion V, oh, they made you horrible, didn't they? Rack down for 70 or Hazardous Claw 130. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. Ooh, okay, hang on. This looks like better Torkoal. Hazardous Claw 130. Discard 2 energy from this from this Pokemon. I was like, wait, they made this thing cracked. Okay. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. The opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed and poisoned. Never mind, it's not better Torkoal. Cancel that headline. Grapple Locked we saw, Donphan we saw, Alchemy we saw, Alakazam, Drone Rotom. Look at your opponent's hand, then look at the top card of your opponent's deck, and put it back on top of their deck. This is so bad. Draw 2 cards. If Wyndham Stadium is in play, draw 2 more cards. This is Coach Trainer. Like, don't, can I borrow your homework? Yeah, sure, just don't make it obvious, but the Coach Trainer edition. Are we missing? Oh, we are missing these. We're missing Aegislash. Metal Colorless 160 plus 30 more for each prize card you've taken. So if you've taken 3 prize cards, then you do 250. That's not impressive. To put Vmax line in your deck just to wait until you've taken 3 prize cards and you're not even doing that much. Yeah, that's not good. That is not good. Is that all of the new stuff? Yeah, that's all of the new stuff, it looks like. Okay, it looks like that's all of the stuff we're getting in addition with Vivid Voltage. Okay, so Vivid Voltage is Shocking Volt Tackle and Legendary Heartbeat. And we're getting all of that in November. So, wow, that was a long video, but I hope you guys enjoyed looking at these cards for the first time with me. Pour one out for Alakazam V, who did not get good attacks, did not get a good card. But like I said, a lot of really interesting design, and I hope to just see more and more of this put onto more viable Pokemon and have these unique and interesting things get stronger, and the big damage things and the big basic things get weaker. And big basics have been getting weaker. Big basics are nerfed now because VMAXs are the new thing, but hopefully we can one day get back to something like the early Sun and Moon era, because that was just great. But I'm really stoked for Vivid Voltage. Like I said, I think it's just the artwork is great, the design, the power level. I'm really happy with all this stuff. And also we have the amazing rares coming because of the legendary Heartbeat, half of the set. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Shouts out to my sponsor, PotownStore.com, for helping me keep doing what I'm doing. And also shouts out to all of you for all of the support, the subscriptions, the likes, the comments. The likes and comments help more people see my videos, and that means I get more subscribers and more views, and it gives me the ambition and the reason to keep making all these videos and putting out consistent content. So if you're still around here at the end of the video, thanks for watching my videos. It means a lot to me. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you next time here on Celio's Network.